quick. I forgot to film an intro to this Bria from the future. Basically, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. Love you guys. So, some of you know, I just had a birthday recently in July. July 18th, I turned 41. My birthday was very private to me this year because there was some things that I was going through personally that I was dealing with, and it just kind of came to a head then, even though I was kind of exercising some of these things already. I have always felt like, especially once I got older, got over 30 and, you know, turning 40, I always felt like something was wrong with me. Like, you know, the what you perceive as a 40-year-old, I just felt like I wasn't it, you know, and I was like, I know I'm mature, I know I take care of my business, I know I'm a grown up, but is how I am just like, it's something not ticking, and it made me very insecure, because I was like, am I gonna grow up? Like, I felt like I wasn't growing up, and that was not the case. I had to really kind of look at that and look at what was making me feel like that in my life in general. I don't care what age you are constantly evolving. You're gonna be who you are. There should not be a label. Don't let anybody label you or put you in a box. And I've never lived my life in a box. I've never been okay with just being like everybody else. I've never been like, I've always been me. As long as I can remember, whatever version of me that was, it was always who I am. I pride myself on that. It's like, I had to come to realization, I've been a single mother for almost 20 years now, and you do, whether you realize it or not, you sacrifice a lot of things when you are a mother, especially if you're trying to be a good mother. Even a father, you sacrifice a lot of things. And so I kind of felt like when I turned 40, a lot of my life was kind of starting over. Like, I was getting a second chance, and I had to embrace that. But how I was embracing it was the problem. And I didn't know if I was going through like final stage, like, is this my final stage or just part of my evolution? Like, this is the ongoing thing forever. That's what I came to, and I'm okay with that. And I actually love that for me. I love that for everyone, because I think it's most necessary. But I had to really take a step back and look at my life and say, am I really, really happy with my life? Like, am I happy, but is this it? Like, what in my life is keeping me and hindering me from doing everything that I have on this list of goals that I want to do for myself? Like, and I had to really be honest with myself and say, no, I'm not as happy as I seem. I'm positive. I'm not saying my life is bad. I have a great job. My son is great. My family is great. My friends are great. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's not always about everybody else. You have to be selfish at some point in your life, and that's what I've really been doing, is being selfish and really figuring out what I wanted for myself, you know, not including anybody else, not saying, okay, let me be grateful because it could be worse than what it is, but it could also be better, you know. And I didn't want to seem like I was ungrateful by expressing myself in that way, because that's just not who I want to be, basically. So basically I was just like, no, I'm not. And I was forced to see why, basically. Why am I not happy? What can I do to make myself happy? What are these things like that, even though I'm projecting happiness and I'm projecting positivity, what are the things that are really wrong that I need to fix with myself, you know? Excuse me. Number one, I am an extremely personal person, okay? Granted, hold up. All right, me and my eyeliner was going through it today, but it is what it is. So social media. Okay, so when I initially wanted to start social media, I was going through something then. It's like 4 years ago when I posted my first video. Yes, inconsistency has been my thing, and we're going to discuss that as well. But anyways, I initially wanted to create a safe space eventually, where like-minded people, male, female, could come and feel safe. But honestly, I couldn't really create a safe space if I was not personally, I didn't consider it a safe space. Like, I had to be the one to initiate it, you know? So hence why I'm doing this video. You know, we coming out, we progressing in the years to come. So this is just part of what I needed to do. And I felt like I was cheating my subscribers and my followers, because I get so many lovely, and I really appreciate it. I get some great messages, you know, just how I've inspired people or made them more comfortable with themselves and confident, and that in turn, people don't realize that keeps me going and lets me know that, okay, I am doing something, you know, I'm on the right track. Something that I'm doing is working, you know. I'm pushing towards where I need to be, but I need to, in order to elevate, you have to ask yourself those hard questions, and you have to take a look at yourself before you can, you know, encourage or inspire anybody else. You have to be a little vulnerable, and vulnerability has necessarily been my strong suit. So, I mean, in order to elevate, in order to feel worthy of, you know, your comments and your kind words and everything about, you know, inspiring them and how I made you feel any kind of way or anything, any kind of impact that I have put on someone's life, I had to reevaluate myself, you know, because that's one thing I don't do is be fake. I might be guarded, I might be private, but I'm not going to be fake. Who I am is who I am, and I can't be nobody else. That's exhausting. That's way too exhausting for me to be somebody else. So, my goal is to now accomplish what I really set out to do with social media and creating a platform. And if any of you are in that position, or you know, have decided that you decide how you want to handle that platform, and I didn't just want to be one-sided or just basic, or, you know, I wanted to just add value, not to just my life, to other people's lives, and really create a sense of community where, when we're in a culture, you know, we're in a day and age where it's cancel culture and people are always dogging you. And I also want to say thank you so much for most of the people that watch me. I can't even recall getting hate comments or anything like that. Not to say they're not coming in the future, but right now I don't really get that. I always get encouraging things from everyone, and it is greatly appreciated. And I mean, if there is people that have nothing nice to say, they keep it to themselves, and I appreciate that as well, because I'm just not one. I'm not trying to do no clapbacks. I just don't even want to entertain it, and I'm not going to put that negativity in your life. So, you know, I always appreciate when people don't put that negativity in mine either, you know? Anyways, so let's move on to the next subject. Mental health. Ooh, in the Black community, mental health is just one of those sticky situations, but we're going to talk about it today. And like I said, I'm being transparent as possible, because I don't know who can help or who feels the same way, and nobody likes to feel alone. So that's the goal. So I do deal with, I struggle with some issues with my mental health, with not, you know, you say mental health, people think you're crazy, but I deal with depression more times than I like, as well as issues with my anxiety, hence why I shake the way I do and just really be nervous. And a lot of times that has hindered me from progressing. Like 4 years on YouTube, I should have progressed by then, but I go through bouts of depression in that fight, and I get in this bubble and I put myself away from people and just myself, and I allow myself to wallow in that unnecessarily, and I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it because I refuse to let that dictate where I'm going and the speed that I'm going, because it needs to be done. I really do pride myself in being confident and a positive person. I love being a positive person. I love being positive with other people. I love encouraging other people. But I also got to show the side of me that is human as well. You know, like every blue moon you may catch me put something out that sounds, but quickly I'm gonna like take that off somewhere, you know, because I just had one of those moments, you know, because I just don't want people to know that side of me, and I don't know how to deal with it, so I don't want to deal with anybody else saying anything about it or judging me because of that. And I shouldn't have to feel like that. Nobody should feel like that. Everybody deals with their own struggles and dealing with their health, mentally, their mind. Others may be different than, you know, some may be different than others, but everybody has their struggles, and I can't create a safe space. I can't want to inspire. I can't want to share my story if I don't really share my story. And that's just plain and simple. Thankfully it's not as bad as it was when I was in my 20s and my life was a lot different. But still, it just comes out of nowhere, and I get in a slump, and I don't want to do anything, and I don't want to move, and I don't want to leave the house, which I don't leave the house really anyway, or I don't want to talk to my friends, and I put my phones on do not disturb, and I ignore people, and, you know, not being rude or trying to be, you know, disrespectful. It's just I can't cope with people at that point in time, because I can't even cope with myself, you know. So I'm trying to work on that. I'm really good at giving advice, you know, and I do take my own advice, don't get me wrong, but I'm really good at encouraging others when they're down, but I don't do it for myself at all. I just dig a hole and live in that hole and fight to get out of it, however long it takes. Sometimes it's days, sometimes it's weeks, sometimes it's months, but I still like post and smile and do all this because I don't know what else to do, you know, honestly. I don't know what else to do. I know it's not okay, but I don't know. It just gets like that, and I don't want it to continue to be like that. And I want to be an open book about it, because it's a big thing. A lot of men, black men, deal with it for sure. I know it's a lot of women, and women are usually more vocal on their emotions and things like that, but I am not. I like to keep my stuff to myself. If you're not really, really close to me, you wouldn't know at all, because that's my business, and I don't want that judgment. That's my insecurity. That's something that I don't want people thinking that something, you know, I'm crazy or something like that, because that's how I feel at times, you know. And I've been doing really good in the last 2 months dealing with it. Still got a long way to go. I don't sit crying and sad all the time, but I do deal with it, and you have to be real with yourself before you can fix it, honestly. So yeah, I did take the time that I took to step away for a little bit was just really creating a routine for myself mentally, with my meditation and praying every morning, and just a lot of things that I had to find things that work for me so that I would not go into one of those slumps again. Basically, I know stuff is gonna happen to be sad, and I try my hardest. I push away from other people because I don't want to put my energy on anybody else, you know. I don't want to do that. Like, I love my people. Who I fool with, I love them. And I don't want to put that burden on them. And I have the type of friends and family that want to be able to help you fix it. And sometimes no one else can help you fix it. So I tend to stay away from them. But, and then at the end of this, I will give a little more insight. This is just touching on everything that we need to really touch on. Health and beauty standards. Yes. The taboo. What's been, let me get the right words out. So health and beauty standards in the plus size community, whether you're male or female, is always one of those things that's taboo because of the way society has treated it. Not that we don't want to discuss it or we don't know certain things or, you know, anything like that. No, that's not the case. It's just the fact that people use stuff like that to hurt you. You know, you're bigger. You might not be as pretty as everybody else. You might not have a straight smile or whatever it is. People have the tendency to use it. People are mean. That sounds childish, but people are mean and words hurt. I don't care how old you are. You can act like nothing bothers you. It does bother you. After a while, it will bother you. So in order for it not to bother you, you just embrace whatever it is that you have wrong instead of like addressing it, which is not a bad thing. You address it, but you also have to and like I said, I'm only speaking from my experience. You may experience it, you may not, but I can only speak what I know. I built up a certain level of confidence and a certain level of not caring, to where nobody could use that as like something to just say something to me about. Because if it doesn't bother me, what somebody else has to say does not at all faze me. But it does not mean that it's not hurtful at the same time, because it is. And if you say it's not hurtful, I mean, let me know something. It is. Because everybody has feelings, unless, you know, you are unfortunate enough to have some kind of disorder where you don't really have feelings. But for the most part, we all do. I do. And that's one thing I just never wanted anybody to let that be a factor. I haven't been big my whole life. I had a banging body back in the day, okay? Don't get it twisted. Not that my body ain't banging now, but it's a different body. But I also, my looks, my body was, I feel like even though I was more than that's really all I was. And it took for me to have to gain some weight and get a crooked smile. That has not always been like this. I got this when I was pregnant with my son. We'll talk about that in a whole nother discussion. But it took for me to go through that to humble me in my own vanity. And I'm grateful for it, because I used to be something else. I wasn't really a bitch. I had a lot of friends. People was cool, but a lot more. I felt like more of it was fear than it was like genuine, like the friends I still have from back in the day and the friends I have now. Just calling it what it is. But yeah, I definitely got humbled, and it took me a very long time to be comfortable with the body that I now had, you know, really comfortable. And because it was just like, okay, this is not the beauty standard. This is not the body that I've always had. I'm not used to this. Oh, this doesn't look good. I don't like this. I want to cover up this. I want to wear this. I want to do, like, so many things go through your head time and time again. But I just couldn't keep living like that, because I love clothes and I love makeup and I like to take my pictures and all that stuff. And I'm like, this is what I got to work with right now until I change it. So love it. Love it. I post for myself, and for people like myself, or even people that ain't like myself, just a confidence boost. It boosts my confidence, and it helps other people to be more confident and love themselves. They might not post or be on social media like I am, but I believe it makes a difference. And it is not, I repeat, it's not bravery. Okay, I absolutely hate that. It is realizing that what you think of yourself is the only thing that matters. Plain and simple. You have to live with yourself. You have to walk in that body. You have to get out the bed in that body. You have to look in the mirror every day. You have to get in the shower butt naked with that body. Whether it's just you or anybody else, that's the only thing that matters. It has nothing to do with being brave, because what the hell being brave has to do with because you're big and you post pictures, or you wear this kind of scantily, or you wear a crop top, or you wear swimsuits with unapologetic. It's my body. If I was skinny, nobody would be calling me brave. I'm just saying, it is what it is. But dealing back just with the health aspect of it, you know, aside from just being confident and loving yourself, I had to make an honest conversation with myself. Like, okay, you're blessed. I'm 41 years old. I'm definitely overweight, probably morbidly obese than, you know, the BMI standard. And I'm 41 years old. I have no health problems whatsoever. I'm taking it for granted. Because that may not last always, honestly. I want to be able to see my great grandkids, my grandma getting to see her great grandkids. I want to, you know, live a healthy, long life. I want to look young for as long as I possibly can. I want to feel young, even if I be wrinkled and all my hair is gray. I want to feel young, and I want to live my life, and I want to, I'm not going to get another one, you know? So I had to respect that part of my life and make the decision that I really, really wanted to concern myself with my health. But I didn't want to just make it weight focused. Yes, always weight focused. But if I incorporate these things to make my life healthier, that'll come with it, you know, because that's usually the issue with losing weight. When you don't see those results right then and there, you get discouraged, and you don't want to do that. So I had to think back, when is the healthiest time I ever felt? When is the healthiest I've ever felt in my life? And that was being vegan. I was an unhealthy vegan. But yet and still, I still felt better. My skin felt better. I slept better. Just my hair, my everything, my skin, everything, nails, whatever. Everything just felt better for me personally. So I am transitioning back to vegan now, one day at a time. And just like anything else with a weight loss journey, workout journey, if you fail, do not just be like, and just go right back into the slump. Get back up, get back on it. Excuse yourself, forgive yourself. Be forgiving of yourself. Like, that is such a big thing that I have had learned over the years, is forgiving my own self, because this is my body, you know. I gotta live in this. This is what I have to carry around with me. So I have to forgive myself and treat myself better. As people, we just need to treat ourselves better. We're always looking for someone else to treat us good, but how are you really treating yourself is the biggest question that you really have to look at. You know, are you treating yourself good? Ask yourself that. Be honest. Are you? You know, you don't have to put it down in the comment box. Just that's the self-reflection. How are you treating yourself? Definitely going on, I don't want to say a weight loss journey, but I want to change my lifestyle. I want health to be just as much a part of my everyday life as brushing my teeth or taking a shower or getting up to go to work. Like, I want it to be a routine in my life to where it doesn't feel like a chore, and it becomes a habit, and I feel better for it, for myself, not for society, not for a man, not for my family, for myself, plain and simple. I'm selfish in everything that I'm doing in this journey right now. I'm being very selfish because it's for me. I'm what's most important, because I can't be a good mother. I can't be a good friend. I can't be a wife. I can't be a good employee. I can't be a boss. I can't be any of those things if I'm not okay all the way around, just healthy in general. And the crazy thing is, I'm probably one of the healthiest eaters out of all my friends, and I'm the biggest in my friend group. And it's because just stemming back on mental health is because I get in depression. I become I emotionally binge eat at one time. It might be one setting, but that will set you back for God knows how long, and that's a no. Just being honest, that's exactly where it comes from, because I've had people ask me before, girl, I only see you eat this, or you only eat that. I don't know how you ain't skinny. It's because y'all don't see what happens behind closed doors when I'm sad, or when when I'm overwhelmed, or when my mind is going like that. And for a lot of us, that's what it becomes. Food becomes like, I don't have anything else to lean on. Not blaming it on anything, but I felt like, yeah, I've been in relationships, I've been healthier. Not that they've ever cared about my weight or anything like that, but I had a different outlet, I guess. So, yeah, I found that unhealthy eating, binge eating, has been what has kept me overweight, period. But really quick before I finish chatting, I'm just gonna go through how I put on my bottom lashes, okay? Because y'all keep asking me, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in this video. It's super easy. I use the hopefully the light ain't shining on. Okay, use these really cheap individual lashes in the short kind, just the clusters. They $3.99 at the hairstyle by Envy. I don't know, I think they buy kits or whatever. But I'm gonna show y'all real quick, and then we'll get back into conversation. So I'm trying to do it to make sure y'all can see, okay? So, number one, get you some, whatever lash glue you use. If it's one that has a set like mine, you let it sit a little bit so it can get tacky, because you don't want it to move around when you're trying to place them. The key is, hopefully you can see it, I can do it. I can't do it on the camera because I think it's a delay. But the key is putting it underneath your lashes as opposed on top of it, so it's not clockable. So, 1 second. Sometimes I kind of hold it up so it's not just sitting down on my face and it kind of sits out. You can see. I literally only use 3 in each eye, and then I'll show you how we kind of make it blend. Because the key is, because I'm not using a strip, you don't want it to, you know, just see some little ball of, individual lash sitting on there, because you're not, me personally, I don't want like my bottom lashes to look like my top lashes. I just wanted a little something, because you can see your girl ain't got none, okay? And then put one a little further in the middle. You can hold it out. Sometimes you gotta adjust it so it don't look too crazy. I feel like I put that one off. That's 2, and then I put another one right up in there. Quick and easy. Because I be seeing them, and I was like, I gotta figure out how to do it for myself, because I don't want to put a whole strip in my lash. And boom. They look a little different. This one really standing out. Kind of want the other ones to stand out a little more. Just kind of play with it and adjust it to be the way you want it to. We ain't finished yet though, okay? I feel like you can't see it as good on the camera, but when I take pictures, you can see really how it's laid out. And of course it looks crazy right now because I don't have top lashes on. I'm gonna pop on these other ones really quick, but yeah, that's all to it, and then I'll show you what I do afterwards. And boom. Look crazy, but you'll see once I fix it up. Kinda wanna put a 4th one in the inner corner. Right there, right there. Let's do that and see what happens. Yeah, I feel like they're more forward. Yeah, I'm gonna put on my lashes and we'll get back into talking. So the lashes I'm wearing today from Loris Lovely Lashes, they are DA08. I think these are the ones I wear the most out of the ones that she gave me. But let's get into, child, I didn't let that dry enough. Hold on, let's fix that. So we had a few technical difficulties. I'm gonna show you really quick because they had time to dry. I'll just put on more mascara. That's what I'm doing over here. After I do these, a little more mascara, and then I go back in with just a liner, cheap liner, in line what I've missed. Just basically so it all looks cohesive and you ain't got no bunch of, see, you don't have a bunch of spaces because you don't have a bunch of individual clusters on your eye. Boop. And she's here and she's gonna look different when she put these lashes on. So relationships, that is our next subject. Healthy relationships are extremely important. To me, whether it's friends, family, a significant other, just relationships in general, people I speak to on a daily basis. I need those relationships to be healthy. Those people that you choose to share your life with, you know? So that's been like a huge importance. That was a big importance for my birthday. Not that there were some people I don't love that that didn't come to my little birthday brunch at the hotel. It was just very singular to people who have been there through the, the low points and the high points of my life. Always been there, always been loyal, not taking that from anyone else, and some people that didn't come. It was just, that's what was laid on my heart. So therefore, that's what I did. And I had an absolutely amazing time. I'm grateful for everybody that did come. Everybody that I invited came. Even though my best friend Eric, who had to work, he came super early. There's a lot of drinking involved. And I mean, if you see my page, the recaps, as well as my TikTok, then you see, yeah, I definitely had a good time. I was asleep before 9 o'clock. Knocked out, comatose. Anyways, so yeah, I have started to really weed, and I've always been selective about people that I share my life with, because I think everybody should be very selective in that. It doesn't mean you can't be kind to other people and this, that, and the other, but protect your peace, number one, first and foremost, because it's your peace. You don't have to, you're not obligated to be friends with anyone. And they're not obligating, oh Lord. And they're not obligated to be friends with you either, you know? And as you should be, protect your peace. Be selective of who you share your life with. It doesn't mean you gotta be an asshole, excuse my language. You don't have to be, it doesn't mean you have to be rude or unkind to other people. It's just, be selective. You know, if a person is not necessarily adding value to your life, let them people go, okay? If you yourself are not adding value to your friend's life and they're pouring into you, but you're not pouring into them, reevaluate yourself, because something ain't right. You should never want to surround yourself. It just baffles me to this day how people just hang out with anybody, like anybody at any given time. These people do not care about you. Like, no. I'm a good friend. I love my friends just like my family. I don't have a lot of family here, So my friends have become my family. You know, these have become my loved ones. These become the shoulder I cry on when I'm going through things, when things are happening in life, and vice versa. I should be the same thing with you, with them. So of course you should be very, very selective as to who those people are, you know. So I'm doing a lot of soul searching with that, and I have to also think, because a lot of times it's like I didn't want to. I try to avoid hurting people's feelings, and it's not that I'm trying to hurt their feelings now. It's just I gotta do what's best for me, and they need to do what's best for them. Not that I'm saying I won't fool with these people, but I just need to see a change and a difference. I want to be surrounded with like-minded people like myself, you know. All my friends are different in their own ways. That's what I love about them so much. And I brought all my friend groups together on my birthday because I wanted the people that mean the most to me have done the most to me for me in my life, no matter what it was, even if it was just listening to me cry, or when I'm going through, or I don't know which way to turn. I wanted those people to meet because I knew it would be amazing, and it was. Everybody got along, everybody was having fun, everybody was comfortable, like exactly what I want. And I cooked for them and did everything. I wanted to give back on my birthday. I didn't want to just take, because taking is not, I get stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. I really wanted to give back and show appreciation on my special day. And that was my idea of a good birthday. My 41st birthday. That's what I wanted to do. Either way. Now, any of y'all that know me, like, from back in the day, I went through a phase of, I was mean. I was a fighter. I was mean. Straight up, I was mean, and I could care less about hurting anybody's feelings. I could care less how anybody felt about me. This is who I was. I'm not holding nothing in. If you got something to say, what's up, square up, we gonna get out there. That was my life for more of my life than I would have liked. And that's why I try really hard to be as kind to people and as positive and as passive as possible, because I don't want to be that person. That person was exhausting. Person is still a part of me, because that's, you know, something that could always be in you. That's not who I am. But me trying so hard to not be that other person also backfires at some points in time, because of the simple fact that it forced me to kind of be like non-confrontational. So if I was hurt or somebody hurt my feelings or something like that, I wouldn't say anything about it. Like, I would just deal with it and keep it pushing, because I was so afraid that if I did, I didn't know any other way to handle it but how I used to handle it when I expressed myself. And I was really afraid of not people's reaction to me, my reaction to people. Hold up. Yeah, like I was saying, not people's reaction to me or how people would react about what I said to them. It was more so on, if somebody said something combative back, how was I gonna handle that situation? Because I worked really hard to be like I am, you know. I really did. And people might think it's not hard, but when you are a mean person, or you really don't care, or you anything like that, it is. It's hard to not be on that guard and not be angry all the time. So that backfired, and a lot of times I sat being hurt, and my feelings were hurt, or I felt some type of way about a relationship, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want to start a fight, or I just didn't want to be combative, you know. I didn't want to be viewed as crazy anymore. I didn't want to be viewed as, oh, she be wildin', we're gonna fight you, da 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 da. I didn't want to be that person, you know. But I had to also realize that it's not okay for people to treat you a certain way, and because it may not affect you like it affects other people, you should tell them, you know. You should tell them, and they should know. And if those people don't want to, you know, respect how you feel about the situation, and they can't deal with it as an adult, then let them go, you know. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am the master of ghosting people. And I don't mean ghosting, you know, like dating ghosting, but as far as if I feel somebody done something that I wouldn't do to them and I feel like it's morally wrong, I will never talk to that person again. I will not. And it's not just any old thing, so don't get me wrong. It takes a lot to get you there, but there are certain, hold up, I'll clean that off later. But there are certain things that are on my no list. They're just unexcusable to me, because I absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt I wouldn't do you like that. So don't do me like that. That's point blank period. I draw the line. I'm not gonna let you just walk all over me because I'm passive. No, absolutely not. So I just need to find the happy medium in expressing myself and letting people know when they piss me off without getting angry. And I'm going to express myself. I'm not going to be worried about somebody else's feelings, because I know that if I say something to someone, it's not going to be malicious. It's not going to be in an intent of hurting them. It's because this is how I feel, and let's address that. And if it's something you feel and something I did towards you, I'm perfectly fine with accepting that and respecting you as a person to change that. If you can't do the same thing for me, you do not deserve to be in my life. And that goes for anybody. If a person can't respect how they make you feel and they make you feel some type of way, if they're there, because every friend is not a friend. Some people are just there to tear you down or make you feel worse about yourself, or make them feel better about themselves by making you feel worse. Unacceptable. Dead that. No. Those people gotta go. Now, on the other spectrum of relationships, if y'all know me for a while, I've not been in a serious relationship in many years. And when I say serious, I'm not talking about dating people here and there, like really be in a serious relationship. No, I have not. Not because I can't be in a relationship. It's because there's certain things in my life that I want. I have been through a lot of stuff dealing with relationships that I'm not going to go into, not because I have any shame or anything about it, because there was more than just me involved in those things. And I think it's very unfair I'm not at a place, and I haven't discussed that with them to even talk about it, because I think it's unfair to put something out there that may shed a different type of light, a bad light on a person. And that's in the past, because people are not their past, and your past does not dictate your future. So I just not gonna go into it. Just know it was a lot. And I try to, if I do attempt today, I try not to put anybody else in that same kind of box or the same kind of equation, nothing like that. I try to give a clean slate, but I have a certain zero tolerance, because I want certain things. Like the one thing I will say, I'll ask stick together. Sorry. One thing I will say about the relationships that I was in that were serious, they set a standard that I'm not willing to give up. It may not have worked out, and it may not have been perfect, but there were certain things that these men established and showed me that, and all of them had those same qualities in that way, that I'm not willing to sacrifice and give up. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, because if you my forever person, you're just going to have those qualities and morals, not because you heard me say it on a YouTube video. So we won't even get into that. But yeah, for real, I'm looking for a forever person. If I'm going to date, it's going to be a forever person at this age. I don't want a for a moment. I don't want, because loneliness sets in, because that's what happens. Loneliness sets in. Hormones set in. I'm currently on a sabbatical from all that anyway. No zigs. You feel me? And then you get blindsided. But I'm perfectly happy and comfortable with myself to where I'm not willing to give those things up. If it's meant to be for me to be by myself for the rest of my life, then I'll be by myself for the rest of my life. I like me. I'm pretty cool. So, I mean, and that's just the cards that God would put in my way if that's the case. But I will say, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting up here, I'm just single and this is what it is. No, I'm not that bruised or battered toward that. That's why I'm like just judging every man and no man. I think there's really good men out there. My forever man just hasn't come this way, because just like with my friends and family, if you are not the type of person that I could be my complete self, be my total self, be loving, caring, and pour all of me into you and vice versa, I don't even want it. Sorry for the brief intermission. I had to get my son to zip up my dress for me because I didn't want to have to struggle with it, and he had to go to work. So anyways, so like I was saying, for every person, I want to be able to, like, I'm a feminist in my own right, okay? But I like ironing clothes, and I like pulling out my babe's clothes for the next day and cooking and doing certain things to show that I appreciate all that they do for me, you know? I do miss that part of it and being able to share my life with someone, but I'm not finna just give anybody that. I just can't. I can't see myself doing that. Like, no, that's not for everybody. It's not special anymore if you're doing it for everybody, right? So I am perfectly comfortable with being alone, however long that may be. I am the pillar of patience. So I will wait until that person comes along, and whether I know that person now or I meet that person later on in life, okay? Plain and simple. So, oh yeah, I know what I wanted to add to that. No, and then I know also that I do social media. So whoever that person is that I choose to bring into my life is going to be a part of that, whether it's a small part or a big part. And you know, I don't even post nobody if I'm dating them on social media. So I don't want to date anybody I have to hide. Plain and simple. And it's not just gonna be one of those things where it's like, okay, we start dating, we together, so you know, I'm just gonna put it out there. No, I'm not. You might hear them in the background or something like that, but that's about it. Because I need to feel that security to let them in there. So they have to be able to accept every part of me on social media, and this is a part of my life. That's part of me. It's not a phase. Something I'll be doing forever and ever and ever, unless, you know, social media just shut down. So they gotta accept that, plain and simple. I'm going to go ahead and take this off and put my hair in a ponytail, finish the whole look, and then I will end it off. Some of the things that I'm doing to really kind of change the things that I've discussed daily, every day, and every night. I meditate and pray every morning, every day to start my day. Make sure my mind is on, on the right track, and I am able to deal with the day, whether it's work, whether it's content, whatever it is, dealing with my son, anything like that. I do that. I do daily yoga. Number one, I love the way it is for my mental health and just being calm and collective and keeping everything in order, as well as it keeps me doing physical exercise every day. If I don't feel like going to the gym or going to work out, I'm still getting some kind of physical exercise in. I journal daily. Good or bad. Just kind of like accountability, to have something to look at that it doesn't feel judging, because the only person that's going to see it is me. But it also makes me to look on it and recognize it and not ignore it. I also do like a daily planner so I can get consistent with my social media, because if this is what I'm going to do, I need to incorporate that in life on top of starting a business and getting everything there. All of that is set out. I also do a budget as well. Playing cleanup of my life, omitting anything that's not there for my good and it's for my bad, because the goal is being healthy mentally and physically, not just like one part and not the other. Also, I am looking forward to my journey. I'm looking forward to expressing it more with you later. Hopefully not this long, because I just had to put a lot into one video, but I look forward to this journey. I look forward to all of you coming on this journey with me and maybe going through your own journeys. It's always good to have a support system. You don't have to be like the best of friends, but if you know you're going through some of the same things and you don't know who to turn to. I'm not perfect, but I mean, at least you have somebody to understand you. I am looking into therapy as well. I'm going to counseling soon, very soon, to deal with some issues. And you know, I encourage that for anybody, because I know it works wonders for a lot of people. It's just going is literally the first step. But yeah, I'm going to be me. I'm not going to change anything about me that is not going to be better for me, or the me that I want to build and want to be in the future. Plain and simple. But yeah, if you made it this far, don't forget to click the like button. Comment below if you have anything to say. If you don't want to comment, don't comment. Click that like button. Let me know if you like videos like this. But yeah, I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna go take some photos. Thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all listening to me rant. I hope I help somebody, or you know, just let somebody know that they're not alone. Bye.